Now we got it. There we go.
Okay. You ready?
Do I need headphones on?
You don't need headphones on.
If you want to hear yourself, so I do it so I can hear both of you. It grew on her. It just depends.
I didn't like it at first.
It just depends on if you like the sound of your own voice, which I
10
don't.
days away, and I'm hating them right now.
Really? It fell off that quick?
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, you don't know.
Well, you're coming through clean. You sound great.
Boom.
Like you never left.
And to the viewers, I haven't.
That's true. All right, kick it.
Welcome to Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise and News Radio 98.9 and 1070 AM WINA, and brought to you by the Jefferson School Foundation with Markiana and Price, coming to you right here in downtown Charlottesville. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Florida was a bust. No, just joking. It was
a bust.
It was fun. I had a great time, but
tell them why were you down there?
My brother just got married. Shout out to the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Very good.
So, families coming together, making new families. I don't know. I like it. I love a wedding. I used to play 4 weddings when I was growing up.
Was it a big wedding?
What is a big wedding?
100. Yeah.
How many people was 100 people?
Mine was like.
I don't know. I feel like black people they got to invite everybody.
Listen, that's true.
Don't even get me count if I had a wedding. I think it was about 100 people.
Yeah. All right.
Or it was 100 seats. It probably wasn't 100 people. Probably 80 people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know too many people. But people was calling us talking about where my invitation.
Yeah.
They called my mama talking about, hey, I heard Trayvon had a wedding. Where my invitation? My mom was like, it's a real intimate.
Like you were his camp. Like you were his camp
no,
counselor. That is
like
bold.
3 people called her, and I was like, that is so bold.
Yeah.
You know why you not at the wedding?
Right.
You ain't close enough to the bride and the groom.
You were like his camp counselor. Why would you be invited? Like
it was super weird. But shout out to them people that didn't get to come. We got a lot of the photos, the professional photos is going to the
and having
Facebook
food anyway. We can't be adding one more people.
And it was nice. I think the father do fathers pay for weddings for their daughter? I don't understand.
The sort of traditional parlance is that
I think that's what happened,
the parents of the groom pay for the rehearsal, the parents of the bride pay for the wedding.
Yeah, my parents. Okay, so yeah, the wedding.
I have 2 daughters.
Oh, you in trouble.
See,
get the investments together. That's what I think he did in fact pay for the reception, because the reception was very, very nice. I was like,
sure,
these people got money.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I was acting.
Yeah. Weddings are it's fun. Weddings are wild though for that reason.
Yeah.
Right? Because what if someone asked you, hey, do you want to buy dinner for everyone your parents have ever met? You'd be like,
heck no.
Probably not.
No.
Right?
Exactly.
But it's like a thing. It's like a thing. I find it very interesting that it's just become this sort of cultural phenomenon where in any other night, if you went out and I was like, how much you spend last night? And you were like, 30 grand. I'd be like, what?
No, right.
Like,
no,
for
right.
what?
You need financial coaching.
Right. I'd be like, you took out a loan to do what?
People take out loans. I just never heard of somebody taking out loans.
But it's like a totally...
It's a party for everybody else.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Right?
I mean, I had a really good time. It was an open bar. But I can't do it for nobody.
It's I've had one, and even to this day, I'm like I would have bought a lake house. I don't regret it. Like for the public, I love my wife, I love my children. But I'm very open about this. That it is probably the worst use of money that people consistently do.
It's so bad.
Right? It's awful. Take that money, do anything else. I'm like, run me down to the courthouse, right?
$30,000 just gone tomorrow.
But here's what you learn. Here's what I learned, at least, is that, my wedding, certainly, and being the groom, I was like the 8th most important person at my own wedding.
That's
right?
true.
It was my wife, it was my wife's family, it was my family, it was right? I was in the top 10, but barely. Right? And so you start to learn that it's not really about you. It is about
everybody else.
All of the qualitative stuff. And it's the family and the connection and the blah, blah, blah. Now, do I think that's worth tens of thousands of dollars? Price Thomas does not. But let me not put my beliefs out there like that. I'm a very happily married man. I love it. God bless it.
It's not the marriage part. It's the cost part.
Totally. So
that doesn't negate the fact that you love your spouse. There's just a lot of money.
Well, we don't think about it like we would think about any other business decision. It's a very emotional thing. So we're not. People are loath to be like, yo, why are we spending so much money on this?
I told my dad I ain't getting married. Can he cut me a check? I said, can you cut me I don't know about this. I said, whatever you thought you was going to spend, I need you to cut me a check right now. He said no. He said, hell no. But I was like, I promise I won't get married if you give me all the money you was going to spend on the wedding right now. I need it now. Housing is expensive. You give me my $10,000. I don't know what people pay on weddings. I have no idea. But
more than that.
More than 10? Okay, well, I was like, just write me a check right now. We're done. You don't got to do nothing else. And he was like, no. Just in case.
When we leave here, I want you to Google what the get-in price at one of the local wineries is. And then just text me when you find out.
I'm a church. I go to church, so I would go to the church.
Okay,
church free.
That's fair. That's a good start. That's a good start.
Well, I haven't gone a lot, but I'm still a member somewhere.
have you gone enough for First Baptist to take you back?
I'm not gonna lie. I see what it means to be a member. You gotta go at least 12 Sundays. I barely made it. Last year, but I'm still a member. I'd always come home. They told me so.
Hallelujah.
I'll go my 12 straight if the wedding's in 12 weeks. But
there you go. That's right. You got to pack them all in.
Yeah, I would.
Lord have mercy. Well, good. Happy to have you back.
Well, we always jibber jabber at the beginning. We sorry. Today we are thrilled to be joined by Marquez Mitchell, owner of the Art Bar Cville and co-owner of Integrity Mentoring LLC. But most excitingly for me, our next interview on this episode of Envision Radio.
We did it.
Woo! We made it to the guests. After talking about weddings and the cost.
I love it. I love it.
Well, how are things?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
How's the holiday, New Year starting off well?
Busy, man. I realized I needed an assistant, and I don't like assistants.
Sure.
I feel like things get out of my control.
Yeah.
But I didn't hire one yet.
I thought you were saying you got one and it's not good.
Someone proposed it to me, and they said it'd be pro bono because of the work we do.
I love that.
But they don't know how much work I do. So it's like,
sure. Yeah.
Once you get into it, you want to get paid. Like, time.
Once you get an assistant, I don't think you can come back.
Yeah.
Because they're like, dang, who's getting my plane tickets? That used to be my assistant. Why am I in the Starbucks coffee line? Dang, that used to be my assistant.
You start relying on too much stuff,
Yes, you
right?
do.
Wait
till that assistant take 10% off your plate. You be like, okay, well, great. This is
10%.
How much is it? You think that's too much or too little?
10?
10?
Nobody gets 10%. Your agent gets 3%.
You're not. I'm saying the 10% of time of work.
Oh.
No.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, we need to have a talk.
No, 0.001%. If you got you an assistant, that assistant's getting paid less than 0.0001% of your salary. I'm saying 10% of your work.
That's crazy in the other direction, but fair enough. Yeah,
but enough. No, you're like 10% of your work time. Like you're not booking meetings, you're not getting coffee, you're not booking venues for a meeting.
I think it's hard, right? And I don't know if you feel this, but like, I guess it's depends on sort of where you came from or sort of how you were raised. But there's always this thing. I like still being able to do stuff.
And that's because here's the thing for me. I never want to lose connection and just
people feel that way.
I don't want to become that distant person.
But the higher you get, that is the reality.
It's an opportunity cost thing. But I think about this even with like even my house. Like I like to be able to fix my own dishwasher.
Right.
Can you?
Is that right? But there's a point where like, is that an efficient use of my time? Probably not. But I can't disconnect myself from being like, I want to know how to. I don't ever want to feel like I can't do the thing. And so I feel like that even with dumb stuff, like I can answer my own email.
Right.
I can't.
I know people can't.
I don't know. And same thing for you. Like I don't know if we should, like from a standpoint of opportunity cost, is our time better used doing something else? Maybe, but like I can't look in the mirror and see that guy that's like, Marky, take this email. Like I can type. Like I can type notes to other people.
Some people are too busy to type.
Right, but are they like that feels weird to me. So, how do you feel about that? That feels weird to me.
It's a 50-50 thing, right? So it's like, okay, for me, if my phone is trifling, so I'm not gonna say, but it's like, okay, for me, I get emails like back to back. Probably like 3, right, in a row. Boom, 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 boom. I get overwhelmed. Like I do the confirmation look. Like I to work, right? Then I go to him later on. And I'm like, okay, I got your email. I got you. So I wouldn't. It's hard for me to for things that's supposed to be personal and interpersonal. It's kind of hard for me to designate those things.
I agree.
I don't want to say it comes off egotistical, but it's one of those things. I'm like, listen, man. I'm not the guy who does that.
That's right.
And it feels like you delivering a lack of respect for other people. So
interesting.
I think people feel that way.
Yeah, and
do you think the people on the other side feel that way?
Yeah, I think I've seen times where assistants were like, "Hey, here's some dates for so and so's calendar. Let me know." They're like, "I asked to talk to so and so."
Yeah.
And I've seen that I've been in the CC and felt bad. Like, ooh, dang.
It does trip me out.
They disrespecting you.
And it depends on the kind of work you do, too.
Yeah, it does.
So it's like, and I don't want to lose personal relationships. That's the thing about me, too. Because when you become out of touch, I think for me, what makes me like, what I love to do is stay in touch. I love being in touch. I love like, okay, if I can't make it, I'm like, hey, I can't make it, but what can I do?
Yeah,
on
right,
the side?
right.
And the person who said it, man, she's really cool. She's like, I just love the fact that the work you do with the community. I said, well, just hang around.
Sure.
Hang around. But she's like, well, I heard your phone call earlier, and it's like, you got 5 things to do today that's outside of your work.
Right.
Yeah, I get it done.
Yeah.
Might be a little late, but like even my responses, like I I'm like, I delayed a little bit. Like, I got y'all. I'll be there. Yeah. But it's I think it also gives you the drive, and you don't lose your creativity by doing that. So it's a weird thing. It's who you are, what your occupation is, and how much what you're doing. So
the scheduling thing does trip me out sometimes. I'm like, don't kick me to something.
That's what I'm saying. No,
don't do that.
I have seen somebody. I won't to me, and I'm not. I want to make that clear. It wasn't to me. But I have seen a person be like, "Who are you?" Like, like I'm supposed to be talking to so and so. They said they was gonna reach out to me,
and I don't trip off because I get it, because it is hard to like schedule stuff sometimes, particularly with a lot of people, right? And it's like this when to meet or go to meet. But I get it. But I have felt that every now and again,
especially when you think you're important.
Like
you're
talk
like,
to Marky about it. I'm like,
And I'm not even nobody's assistant. When somebody asks me to email somebody for them, like, can you?
That's weird, right?
They're like, can you email that person and put me in the CC?
Yeah.
Well, if you in the CC, baby, you can go ahead and type it up. I don't know about. And I have done it, but I have felt very. I'm like, hey, so told me to reach out to you. They're CC'd. I hope you know they told me to reach out. Like, this ain't no like pass off situation, but it is.
It's weird.
They don't want to talk to you no more. They want you to talk to me.
I've been like, I know it is weird.
It's a weird vibe.
But I was raised by a person. My mom was very like that. I'd be like, Mom, can you go get me whatever? She's like, what's wrong with your legs? And I'm like, nothing, I guess.
But don't let me get an assistant. I might be on a power trip. I'm like, go.
We never hear from you again.
No, I'm like, talk to him. Go get him.
I'm running late today.
Tell him. It's stuff like that. Can you tell Marky I'll be late? I'm like, what? You like, you know, what are you talking about?
Like,
you know how it works. You know
my
how
assistant gonna be doing everything. People gonna think they the CEO. They gonna be like, oh, Marky's the CEO. You know how that is. No, yes, Marky. We thought it was you. Well, nope, just her assistant.
And that's the part that's scary too. Right?
Yeah, that somebody could like
the person that comes in like, hey, so I was told to let you guys know this is what you need to do.
Like, who is you? Who is you?
What? Yeah. All right, excuse yourself.
Show some deference. I don't understand.
That is crazy. So tell us a little bit about I think what we've often said here is that the one question we ask is sort of where you're from and how you got here, and then I can't tell you what's going to happen for the next 40 minutes, but I can tell you that is where we'll start.
Okay.
And then we'll make our way around and about.
Perfect. I'm from York, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
It's central Pennsylvania. So that's where I'm from, right? And so it's like a huge gap to how I got here, though.
Yeah.
But I got here, and I'm very spiritual. And I'm very, very spiritual.
He went to church more than my 12 Sundays last year.
He's got you covered.
And I connected with God deeply with God in 2015. That's when, my early 20s, 21 to 25, I was young, just drinking, partying, having fun, and working, just being a normal 20-year-old.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Where were you geographically?
Still in Pennsylvania.
You're still in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Is York sort of in the Amish country? Is it in or about?
That's Lancaster.
Okay.
York's weird. So it's Harrisburg, York, Lancaster.
Yeah, okay,
and
sure.
York is like Charlottesville, right? Mm-hmm. And so you have Harrisonburg, you have
Richmond.
That's how York is.
Oh, okay, cool.
So York's the Charlottesville of PA.
Interesting. Okay.
I like that comparison.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And so, during that time, I was good, and then I do not like when you're praying, you're meditating, God starts to speak to you for real, and so you hear him.
Okay.
I'm like, I was bugging out. I'm like, hold up, time out. I'm gonna start drinking again. Cause I started drinking, right? Crazy. And so, I was even like told not to speak about this to people too. Like, you don't. But I'm like, nah. At this point now in life, I think we all know that you can connect with God.
Sure.
And so, he spoke to me a few times about certain things, and he told me to move to Virginia, which I'm like, huh? I remember where I was at. I was at work.
Did you know anything about Virginia before God spoke to you?
Not really.
Dang. That's even hard.
Yeah.
At least be somewhere familiar, Lord.
And that's why I got called crazy a lot. I got called crazy by my pops. He's like, crazy.
Like, why Virginia, yo? It's weird down there.
And what's crazy was I never heard of Charlottesville.
Okay.
That's the even weird part. So the weird part was I was at work with a student. And I was sitting at the Strand Capitol in Pennsylvania. And it's like, got the word, and I called my aunt. So my cousin, a lot of people they're not familiar with him, but he's familiar with him, but they're not familiar with this. Yeah. My cousin is John Tell Evans, the former point guard of UVA, Tony Bennett's first point guard.
Yes.
Okay,
that's my cousin.
I remember that.
Got it.
That name.
Got it. Yeah.
So I called his mom. I said, Auntie, God is telling me to go to Virginia. She's like, oh, come on down, Bub. Bub's still at UVA. He's like, go to school coaching, so come on. I said, all right, cool. And then Bub called me back. And he said, Mom said you coming to Hampton.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, man. God is calling me down to Virginia. Mind you, just how broad it is to me. Like, I'm thinking Hampton is Virginia. It is, but it's like, I'm not thinking of Charlottesville.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I said, God's calling me down to Virginia. So he said, why Hampton?
Yeah.
I said, because God's called me to Virginia, cuz. He was like, oh, God's not telling you to leave one hood and go to another. Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
He might have been.
Yeah, right? He might. Right?
It might be your people. Those your people. They your people.
True. So he's like, come to Charlottesville. I said, what's that? He says UVA. I said, oh, UVA. All right, I'll come down there and visit. And then after that, I got hired. Like, that was like November-ish. And then I got a proposal from a Christian school to work there for 6 months. It was just weird. So like, hey, can you work here and take over to be on salary and this and that? I'm like, It was random. Like, this is 2 days after like God spoke to me.
Sure.
Like, all right. So I told Bub, I'm like, well, I can't move down for another 6 months at least, but I'm gonna come visit. And so I'm working at this school, and they pray a lot.
Yeah.
It's a Christian school.
It's Christian school. They pray a lot with students. I didn't realize he was prepping me the whole time. I didn't know that. I'm just here. We're praying every day, twice, 3 times. And so that's when my spirit, my faith began to get stronger. And then come May, I remember I came down to visit at Miller School. Miller School has no service.
Yeah, Miller School's out. Do you know where Miller is? Yeah, it's out there.
It's out there, so there's no phone service. So I came to visit, and Bub was coaching for Miller School, and I just stayed there. I read my Bible a lot, and I just heard his voice loud and clear what he wanted me to do. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be. And at the time, this is why I get called crazy, okay? At the time, I had like 2 good jobs. I had one salary. I had 2 full-times and a part-time, but they were great. I was on
You gotta go get it.
I was on the state board of juvenile justice for the state of Pennsylvania. I was the youngest member on the board. I was on the mayor's cabinet in my city, and I was doing stuff for this program. I can't think of what it's called, but it's like Brothers.
Helping brothers.
Throwing stuff out.
Close, right? But I was doing that, and then I told my grandma was in her late last years, and my grandma was my best friend, and she was in her last years. I'm like, she didn't know I moved. She never knew I moved. She never knew I moved.
You just wasn't coming to see her.
So she knew I worked a lot, right? But she would call me when I moved down here. She would call me and say, "Hey, Quezzy, can you bring me some onion rings and coffee?" And I'll say, hey.
4 hours later, you're like, yeah.
I would
get a little DoorDash.
I would drive 4 hours. Yes. That's how much I love my grandma. I would drive for, and that's a true story. And,
that's wild.
Yeah, and I got here, and the rest is history, man. Like, the rest is history. And yeah, that's how I got to Charlottesville.
So what were you teaching in Pennsylvania, like a teacher?
Nah, I worked in mental health. So this is before mental health was really a big thing.
Okay.
This was back in 2000. So I started in mental health in 08, 09.
Okay.
This is before it was really, like, they didn't know, they couldn't think what mental health was mental health. They thought it was something different, like special needs. And then,
okay.
And so I was doing that. But I worked in a residential, I worked in a Christian school, and I worked in a charter school.
Okay. Yeah.
But they need a lot of mental health services.
Yeah.
So how'd you get there, right? Like, what was the path to that profession, or to that? I mean, I think we could probably very confidently call it a passion. How'd you get there?
So basically, for me, like when I was 2.5, this is what gets kind of deep, right? My mother was murdered by my father. I was
what?
2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so my aunt, who's my mom, and her husband, I call him Dad. That's my dad. They took me in.
Okay.
And so legally I'm an orphan, but I don't really say that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was never felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
they were in Pennsylvania too.
Yeah.
So the family was close by.
Did they adopt you?
Nah, my
grandma.
We
don't need no paperwork.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people don't need no paperwork. I know. Look, I got like a couple cousins with my grandma.
I had this conversation with my daughter the other
You don't
day
need no
because there's
paperwork.
people, my college roommate and like my best friend has kids their age, and so the kid just sometimes calls me like Uncle Price, and my daughter was like, whoa, time out. Like, I didn't think I had cousins. I'm like, all right, well, there's a whole black thing you gotta understand.
Right.
this is sort of, there's another layer of this whole thing.
You don't need no paperwork to take nobody in a black family. My thing is, what was the courts? You remember that person had a child. Where did the child go? They went somewhere with grandma, I guess. You don't want to get no paperwork together? No, they look like they got it.
And that's the wild
Ain't nobody
part.
They
calling
look like they got
it.
it.
Yeah, right.
They're guardian.
No
paperwork.
Okay,
I mean, right? Yeah, I don't want to be signing
you got
stuff
it.
like,
we ain't want to step in. Y'all seem like y'all know where the baby goes. So exactly.
That's what
happens all the time. They don't know paperwork. It's crazy
exactly
to me.
What it was. There was no questions being asked. So it was like, and I have an older brother. I have a lot of brothers, but you know, my grandma took him. But it was man. That's what happened, right? So now my mom and dad, and you in the house now. At that time, it was just my mom with my aunt. That's her son. It was just me and him, and then my dad had a boy, and then he was new, and then and then by then it was like 5 of us in that same house. But I still had other brothers in Delaware. I had brothers in New York, so I had a lot of brothers and sisters. But and so for me, when you grow up, and so this is what integrity looks like for us. Like when you grow up, you realize certain things hit you. Like like okay, first off, I'm blessed, right? Like I have friends whose parents are on drugs who will never have as many. They won't. Like I didn't get heat till I was 13. Though a lot of people don't know that. I haven't had actual heat outside of vent until I was 13 years old. Like, that's a real thing. But my brothers didn't know. I knew. Like, it's cold up in here. Like, sure. But you know, you have loving people. You have a man that's waking up every morning going to work. That's my role model, right? I'm watching him. He wasn't a nurturer. My pops wasn't a nurturer.
He was a worker, though.
He wouldn't hug you. He'd dap you up.
Sure.
Yeah. Have a good day at school.
Right.
I'm 6.
That's right. Couple $1 bill. There you go. Yeah. That's right.
You got C's, man. Keep it up. Don't get too low than that. That's my pops. My mom I always tell my mom, man, she saved me because, like, you know, I was a kid when she told me I was 4 years old. I went to her and I'm like, you know, and this is where I became close to God though. But she said, you said to me, like, why did God take my mom away from me? She said, you were 4. And I said to you, God didn't take your mom. He saved her. And he put her up with me because her job was done. That's what was my response. She said, you said okay and walked away and never asked that question ever again.
Answer was good enough.
Yeah, and you always prayed after that and talked to your mom. And you hear that kind of stuff. I'm like, all right. But as a kid, I was really serious. I didn't joke around. I didn't like cartoons. I felt cartoons was fake. It's not reality of life. I was me as a kid. Like if you were
not a businessman in the suit. Turn them cartoons on. He's 4 years old. They like, dang, we just had our little snack.
I never even somebody watched that. I always bad. That's what y'all do.
He trying to be.
Why is he wearing suspenders? Like, get him out of here.
Y'all like colors and stuff. Like, it's just great.
Right, my favorite color was black. My favorite color was black.
Not black, please.
Black was my favorite color. It was just I didn't like bright colors.
Better not bring no yellow around here.
Right, low self-esteem walking around. It was like, and it was sad because I would never forget this, man. I was in elementary school and this kid's name was Jeffrey Payne.
Okay.
Shout out Jeffrey.
Shout out Jeff.
Jeffrey, right?
Make sure we send this to Jeff.
Man. And so Jeffrey was like, we was like in 4th grade. He was like, I hate my mom. I said, let me talk to you.
Why?
Jeff got a sermon that day.
No, why are you trying to be an oak in 4th grade?
And I'll never forget that.
Let me talk to you, young blood. Like,
pull him
you
aside.
don't really know what's out there.
I'll never forget that. And I told him, I'm like, you don't know what it's like to lose a parent. And I really had that conversation with Jeffrey.
Jeff,
and
my guy.
You changed his life.
Jeff's probably doing good right now. You know what I mean? So
you went home and hugged his mama.
Mom, I love you. So, you know, and so for me, you grew up in a household like that, though, you do realize my mom, she made $5. She made $5.15 an hour. Because Pops was bread. But she made that. So my dad, like I say, he raised me. My father's the man who murdered my mother, and my dad is the man that raised me. I make that always clear.
Sure.
Right.
And so my dad, he said this to me at my college graduation. Following that, he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know how to be a dad to you."
Sure.
I said, "You did."
What do you mean? Yeah, I thought you was doing it.
Nah, he said to me, he said, "I knew you was watching more. Most of the kids get more stuff than you.
Yeah,
I watched y'all. That's a lie.
Right.
If you never got upset, why not? Like I was never. So if you got something, I was cheer you on. I'd be hyped for you. I was that kid. I was never a hater. So what happened was when he said that to me, I was like, yeah, man. I said, but you gave me a house.
Sure.
You gave me clothes. I said, you went to work every day. I said, I was grateful for that. He said, it was just, and I told him, but as a kid now, and this is why how integrity set up like this, what I do now is, or what we do, not I, what we do is every kid has a budget to eat. Yep. Every kid has, at our office, he'll tell you, we have PS5s, we have Xboxes, we have TVs, we have a stock refrigerator, and we eat a lot, right? And so we make sure these kids have everything they need, because when they go home, who knows what the reality is? My brothers had a lot more stuff than me. It's not because of my mom. My mom made sure everything was on. Pops had most of the bread, so he was showering them. Like, he'll, I love you. We would go on their birthdays. He would take them to Toys R Us, and I would have to watch them shop. Right, and mind you, Junior's birthday is 11 days after mine. So my birthday, hey, Quez, you want a pair of sneakers? I go to Foot Locker real quick. Boom, I said. Then his birthday, pair of sneakers, plural.
Right.
Toys R Us shopping sprees. He making them buy gifts he don't want. I'm in the aisle playing with games.
Shout out Toys R Us.
Right.
That's why they shut down now.
Right.
Bankruptcy.
Right. So when you watch all these things, you begin to appreciate that struggle, right? You begin like, dang, I remember how it felt not to have. And I had to like internalize that. And I never forgot it. Never got the feeling. And so when a kid needs something, I hear it. God provides it, I just serve it, right? And so for me, it's like the donations. You'll never see my name on like a public donation. You'll never see my name on anything. You don't see my face. You don't see anything. Because it's God's work. And I just do what He's told me to do. And so I know how it feels to be that kid just looking and just like, dang, that's fire. I wish I had that, And that was me, And so I was always that never left me. That never left me though.
What college did you go to? You graduated?
Lincoln University.
Lincoln.
On the 1854 first HBCU for sure.
Hey.
There you go. You didn't go to an HBCU.
No, I don't.
Do that.
No.
Don't do that. You flirted with Howard for like a second.
I was like, hey, could have been me, but it won't.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. If you're just joining us, this is Envision Radio from the United Wave Creator Charlottesville and City of Promise News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. Price and Markey here with Marquez Mitchell, back fully stocked here in the studio. Let me ask you a question as a man of faith, and again, it's a little bit personal, so forgive my prying, but did you ever reconcile with your father?
I had to. I did.
You had to?
Yeah.
Why?
So, the work I do, right? So, and plus, faith, right? If I don't forgive him, but see, here's a part. Oh, that's a great question. Here's the part, right? You can say I forgive somebody.
Okay.
So I'm going to heaven, I'm forgive you.
Okay.
Your heart ain't there.
Okay.
And I got to test your heart when it comes time to test your heart.
Sure.
Right? So for me, this guy named Quentin Kellum, we worked in residential together. He said to me one day, he was like, yo, Quez, you could be a great counselor, dude, but there's something holding you back. Just randomly said this to me.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, I'm
doing my work. I don't know about nobody else.
It's payback for what you did to Jeff. He got you back.
Ain't nothing holding me back.
Why are you talking to me like that?
I wish a person would say, no, I'm like, nothing. You ain't seeing nothing. You're misseeing it.
And so, man, I was like, man, I got to forgive this dude. Man.
When was that? How old were you?
23.
So that's about 20 years?
When you found the Lord. He was partying and stuff.
Still, though.
No, not me.
Yeah, that was about... I think it's 2012, right?
I see greatness in others. And that is enough for me. You like it, I love it.
Yeah, so that's
what was that? What was that? I mean, what is the... I don't know. I got a lot of questions. What was that like for you emotionally? Mm-hmm. And then what was the process by which you felt like, I don't know that closure's the right word, but that like you had completed it? Like, did you talk to him? Did you see him a bunch of times? Were you like, yo, one shot, I'm going to go say what's up and I'm out?
Yeah, so, and ironically, that first conversation, I thought I did. I didn't genuinely forgive him until I saw him face to face.
Sure.
You were saying I forgot him. You've forgotten. I'm at my mom and dad's house. Yeah. I'm living. I graduated. They love me.
Sure.
Out of sight, out of mind. You don't even got to. You can say you forgive him, but not. You got to see him.
And so you got these emotions where it's like, okay. I mean, I've seen him already before, but I think this is. I'm like, all right. I call my nana. I'm like, Nana, can I have your son's number? You know what I mean, and I knew the story. I knew some of the story.
Okay.
Right.
Someone that told you because you were a kid.
It was. I found out the full story a few years ago.
Oh.
It was
interesting.
horrendous.
You didn't even know the real story.
They're
probably telling you an abbreviated version because you were a kid.
My mother's side.
You sure?
They didn't tell me anything.
No,
they said he killed your mom.
I'm surprised they told you that when you were 2.
That's enough. Honestly, that's enough. I mean, how much do you need to know as a child?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. 2's young.
Yeah,
you could have got away with a whole bunch of nothing.
You could have probably told us. Why was I thinking that the whole time?
Yeah.
I said they probably could have told him nothing.
Could have got away with nothing.
Yeah. I
was thinking that. That's an option.
And so, with that, I started therapy 2 years ago.
Sure.
It ain't never too late. I think we all need.
Sure. Right. Listen.
We all did. So what happened was I called him, and I'm like, listen, hey Parrish, that's his name.
Sure.
And I said, let me talk to you real quick. And I said, how you doing, Marco? We're not doing that.
Okay.
We're not
don't say hello to me.
Yeah, we're not friends, man. I said,
sure.
Let's be clear, we're not friends. I said, we're not friends. I said, I'm not calling you to make you feel good about yourself. I'm calling you to forgive you. That's because I can't move on without forgiving you.
Interesting.
And I said, he's like, well, I said, he said, well, can I know about you? I don't know anything about you. And I said, I told him the realness of it. Like, I grew up here. I've been shot at this many times in my life.
Yeah.
I never been in jail. All my friends did things in the streets. I avoided that because my older brother wouldn't let me. And gave him the realness. He said, oh my gosh, I don't need a pity story from you.
Sure.
I said, I'm calling you to forgive you. And I said, let me ask you a question. What happened that night?
Yeah.
I said, this is your chance to tell me what on your side what happened that night. And I'm gonna let you know if you're lying or not. I knew he was lying about a lot of stuff, and he proceeded to lie about certain things. And then I just stopped him a few times. I said, if you continue to lie, this conversation's cut short.
Right.
And he told me some more about. He said it was an accident. He lied about that too.
Right.
But that was the ammunition God gave me to forgive him because it's crazy. He lied to me, but I forgave a lie.
Sure.
So years pass, right? The callus is on. And then once the truth comes out, like, no, you not only plotted to kill my mother, the way you did it was horrendous. And what you said afterwards was insane.
Really?
And yeah, because he said it was an act. There was a bullet in the chamber. I'm like, bro, nobody points a gun at someone with a bullet in the chamber. And no one points a gun at anybody else to prove there's no bullet in the chamber. So your whole story just messed up. Bro.
Sure.
You killed my mom. Like, just regardless. I said, you don't point a gun at somebody and pull a trigger.
Right.
You don't do that. You're right. I know I'm right. I said, so we got into that, and now I'm like, look, dude, I'm calling you to forgive you. Like,
we don't got to all this shit. Yeah.
How did your family? Did they? I'm
guessing.
Yeah, I was about to say. So there's two questions: is how did they respond to him, but how did they respond to you interacting with him? Because it seems like, given your response, everyone else was like, door closed, we're out.
So the only two responses I needed from two people was my mom.
And she was good with it.
So she's the one that told me I had to forgive him when I was 16.
Which that was your mother's sister?
Her little sister.
Okay.
She's the one that told me.
She told you to forgive him at 16, but not call. She was like, let it go.
Yeah, because she said you got to forgive him, Marquez, because you can't get in heaven with that, and you won't be able to. Like,
you're just holding it, right?
Yeah, I was angry. Oh,
I bet. Yeah,
I was sweet. I was always sweet, but I loved to fight when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I loved to fight like big
Makes
people.
sense.
That was my thing.
Okay.
I was like really fight. And so, because I don't like. That's why I don't like bullies to this day. But that was my thing, and she was like, you have a lot of anger built up, but I was never a reactionary child. I wasn't like I was a build up, a kid that built up.
Okay.
So it took me. I probably snap twice a year.
Yeah.
It was like that. But
it's November. We're like,
if we doing averages.
So everybody, look, it's November. Let's get ready.
It's coming. It's coming.
Semester. So that was that. But
who was the other person?
Oh, my brother, because he was there.
Okay.
My older brother.
He was there
at the scene.
There.
Oh my goodness.
And
he wanted. He said it was okay to forgive.
He was my mother's firstborn child, so he took. You ever watch the movie Get Rich or Die Trying? Oh,
the whole 50. Yeah. Well, but he was on the side of forgiveness.
My brother?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. I was about to say. Okay.
He said he talked to two people.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, there are a lot of people in the world better than me because. Okay.
I knew that.
My brother was on. My brother's always been quiet.
Sure.
So he was just like, yo, you gonna do what you gonna do.
Okay.
That's big brother. Like he was like a dad figure to me.
Yeah.
So he was like, he taught me how to fight. He taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me like, you all I got. So he was like that with me.
Okay.
Up. Like he made sure like I didn't sell anything. He made sure like he would pat my pockets down when I would be on the block. He would like, cause he was a big time, my brother back then, and great guy, and a great man he is, and I looked up to him, and so he always made sure I was on the straight and narrow when I was out there. And
Interesting.
Yeah, all my friends was doing it, but I couldn't do anything.
So he told you do what you want to do when you asked him about the forgiveness.
You gonna do what you gonna do? Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's all, brother.
And that pushed you right to the call.
Yeah, well, I did it. So he didn't know I did the call already.
Oh goodness.
Okay. I remember after the call, my car broke down. I had to call him to pick me up that morning from work.
Now that's God. He said, "Now tell him what you did. Tell him what you did.
That's exactly what
Don't
happened.
keep it from him."
That's exactly what happened. And he said, "You do what you want. Ain't got nothing to do with me." And I was like, "All right." And so, I'm a grown man at the time, so I'm not fair to my brother. So
yeah.
And then he was like, that's on you. And so that was really it. And I was like, all right, how was mommy? You need to change the conversation.
Yeah.
You gotta change after that. How was mommy? I mean, he always been open with me, but I never felt the need to lie to my older brother because he's always been a protector. And so for me, I'm baby brother. Like he always says, you're the chosen one. He always says that. And so I always been like, and
you believed him.
Open book, my brother. So, man, I feel for him. Like the movie Get Rich or Die Trying. The reason why I said that 50 Cent story, how it happened with his grandma and how he had all this stuff. That's my brother. It got taken away from him, and he was robbed. Like he was robbed. Like he was robbing my mother, and I felt bad because he went from a straight A student to and dropped out as he diploma later on, but turned to the streets. Great man now, like he's fucking father and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But back then, you lose your mom at 12. And she got murdered when you were in the house. And I asked him, I said, what'd you see? He said, I came out of my room, I seen blood everywhere, him standing over her. That's what I seen.
Nope.
I went back in my room. And so you can't really converse with a man like that about forgiveness.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Please don't talk to me about it. Don't talk to God, but don't talk to me. That's
what did they say? That's in the Bible. I ain't in there.
Please.
So that's the horrendous part where, and so that's my brother. So like, what you want me to do? So you can do what you want.
Yeah, sure.
I'm loyal to my older brother first.
That's enough.
But but the other side of forgiveness was like, 2000. I was here. God just opened the clip for me.
Sure.
2016, 17 is when I found out the truth about everything. Man, like it was how it was. Oh my gosh, like he really snuck in the house, went in there, lied, got into the house, killed her, went next to her, smoked a cigarette, told somebody, I just killed that bee. Yeah? Went back, called the cops, and they arrested him there. And that's really what happened. And he was cursing people on the way out, saying, if you guys got a problem, I'll kill you too. That's what he was saying to people. So, imagine finding all this out later on.
Sure.
And then saying,
I forgive you.
I still forgive you.
Honestly, some people need to. Some people can't move on. So
I forgave him. I love him as God's child. You know what I mean? Like I told the newspaper before, I said I treat him like a neighbor. I treat him like a coworker I don't talk to.
Right.
Nothing to do with me. Right?
Like we trying to do our work and get gone.
Yeah, right.
Like I wish him well. And I mean, if he's really gonna live in his way, like and what he's supposed to do, that's cool. I mean, I think everybody deserves a chance in heaven. That's my thought process. As far as relationship, he ain't my guy.
Right.
I detest you.
He ain't my guy.
I love you as Crazy Shot. I detest you as a human being.
Sure.
And I have every right to because you haven't changed, and I know he hasn't changed. But it ain't got nothing to do with me. What it did was help me create my mission. And with these kids, it's like I hear these stories. Every child has a story, and even they're going through what they're going through. They have a lot of shame, and when you know what grace looks like, you then are able to do your work properly. And that's how I live through it. So with me, I don't ever look for a pat on the back because I'm like, I build these relationships as they're real relationships, right? So the young man next to me, like I love this kid. He knows that, and I show it to him, not just because I tell him, but I show it to him. Every kid that got to my car, we get to a point, I love you. I love you. And I wasn't told that. My pops like, have a good day, youngin'.
Yeah.
My mom was the only person in my life until I was like 20. She hugged me and loved me.
Sure.
That was it.
Sure.
The only person. And so, you go through that and you watch a lot of stuff. So, and even with addictions, you watch poverty and you watch all this stuff in your neighborhood and you see all this stuff and you watch your friends be hungry that want to come to your house and eat leftover spaghetti because they don't have food at the house. And so you make sure your refrigerator is stocked and you just go for Maslow's hierarchy of need, and that's how you operate. That's how I operate.
Talk to a little about integrity mentoring and how that came about.
Oh, okay.
Before we get there, I'm going to get yelled at if I don't put this ad break in here. Again, this is Envision Radio from the United Way of Greater Charlottesville and City of Promise News Radio 98.9, 1070 AM WINA. Price and Marky here with the fine folks from our tech. I haven't even gotten into the art stuff. We like.
At least we're talking about integrity mentoring.
That's crazy though. I know. We're gonna have to take like a crazy left turn.
Oh, you know, I'm really good at that. And back to this. What about the art stuff?
You are like a hard segue person. Yeah.
Okay, that was nice. Well, tell me about the Art Bar.
In case you hadn't noticed, Marky's back. Marquez Mitchell's here from Integrity Mentoring. And big thanks to our sponsor, to our friend, the Jefferson School Foundation, proud owner of the Jefferson School City Center. That is jeffersonschoolfoundation.org. All right. Keep it rolling.
Tell us about integrity mentoring and how it came about.
Integrity came about. So basically, I worked for an agency. I worked for an agency before, and I didn't like their mission. I won't put them out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no worries.
I didn't feel like they lived up to their mission, and it was more about money versus about impact. And
that's always what it's about.
Right. And I'm an impact person. And when you're called to do something, you do it, you serve. And so I always did it. But when it got to a point where certain people were, like supervisors, were hiding clients from me, because I'm like, I'm not dropping this kid in Prospect for me to serve a kid out in like Savannah because you don't want more money because he has Medicaid and he has FAP CSA services. That's crazy to me. Sure. I'm not doing that. And then I will argue with them. I will go back and forth.
When you start arguing at work, you gotta get out the job.
I've learned that the hard way a couple times.
Aren't we all learning it the hard way?
Just a few times.
And so it got to a point where it's like my principles wouldn't align.
Sure.
And I'm like, y'all got it. Like I know my value. So I'm like, all right, look. I said, if you do this again, I'm out. They did it again.
Yeah.
They hit another client.
Sure.
And so I'd say, hey, here's my 30-day notice.
All right.
Megan, her name is Megan Argo. That's my business.
I went to high school with Megan.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she knows probably. She knew Price before me.
Yeah. I've known Megan since we were 13 years old.
So Megan's my business partner. And so I was like, yo, you trying to dip? You trying to go out and start this business? She's like, all right, sure. Because they were doing the same thing to her, too. And then we just went out, and I told my supervisor, like, listen, I'm going to start a mentoring company.
Yeah.
I did my director. I said, I'm going to start a mentoring company. I don't want you to find out this through anyone or anything but me.
Right.
Yeah, we don't got no non-compete. I'm about to leave here and take all of that.
But I told her, I even told her, I said, you can take the clients. I'll start brand new. She's like, they're not going to stay with us. I said,
why would they?
I already knew that.
Yeah,
so
right.
It was like, all right, cool.
You were just saying it.
Yeah.
Just for courtesy.
Right,
you didn't mean it. If they come to my door asking about me, I'm going to take them on.
and I respected my director, man. I did. I respected her a lot, man. And I will say that live, too. Like, I really respect her. She's a good woman, you know what I'm saying? So I respected her. I didn't have so much respect for my supervisor at the time. And that's what it was, you know. And then when you do that, let God work then. And then that's what he's done. He's blessed this company to a place where we never thought it would be. And I just, man, you sit back and it's like you get so indulged in everything. You forget who you're impacting and what you're doing. And it's like, man, wow. Like, you know, and I would never forget, but it's one of his sessions. And he said to his therapist, like, he said, who brings you joy? He's like, Marquez. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. Like, you know, who makes you happy?
Sure.
Marquez. And so for me, it's hitting me. I told him, like, yo, you really just messed me up just now, kid. Like, I don't ever look at myself.
Sure.
Ever. Like, I don't.
Kill him on a mirror.
This is why we can't have you over here.
So I don't. And Mark, we talked about the boys on campus. Like,
we was not in school together, but he was running the yard when I was at UVA. He was helping the Sigmas there.
Oh, really?
I was like, yo, I seen you running the yard. I thought you was their grad advisor. He said, nah, he was just down here being a hooligan with them. I said, oh yeah, I was on the yard. You remember?
That's funny. Just trying to help them out.
But yeah, he was helping. He was really helping boys. He was really mentoring them. Sure. They got better the couple years he was down here. They was terrible before that.
They were terrible.
Shout out to them. Shout out to ZH.
Everybody's on a journey, right?
I know that's right.
So yeah, that's what it's about. Like I pay it forward. I don't really, because when you wake up and you have the feeling in your body, you can walk, you can talk, you can do everything that God has given you when you were born. That's a blessing. And if you think that you deserve anything else more than that, you're tripping. And that's how I view it. And so the extra stuff, it ain't mine. It's not mine. It is not mine. So that's why I give away, because it's not mine. Like I don't ever see something come, like I know what mine is. Like if he gives me this is my wage, I'm gonna take my wage, I'm gonna move on. Everything else is for everybody else. And so there's no secret behind that. That's why I'm not, it's like white knuckles. I'm not really attached to too much things, because it's like something.
Let me ask you and this is a question that I've asked a bunch of people. We've talked about this a lot. And you sort of mentioned this in passing, that particularly in is Integrity Mentoring a nonprofit? No. Okay.
For profit.
So, okay. Interesting. But in that world where there is always money involved, right? How do you balance what is, you could argue, or you can make a cogent argument, or sort of potentially competing theories, right? You need money to do the things that you have to do, right? You have to decide how to disseminate and disperse those funds, but you don't make an impact for long unless you have money that allows you to make right. So how do you balance those things, right? Because you've had that point of sort of friction between, like, someone, I don't know who it was, whether they're right or wrong otherwise, but the argument I would assume they were making is like, there has to be some financial fidelity to continue to do the work that we're doing. But how do you balance those things in an era where clearly someone, you are more led by, let's just get it done? You could make a cogent argument that the yin to your yang is like, okay, but we also have to be solvent. Right. How do those things work together?
So for me, I look at, all right, I base everything off of hours, right? And time. So I know for a fact, I love the city, I love the county, I love you guys.
Shout out to you guys.
CSA, all you guys.
Love you guys.
I love y'all. But oftentimes, checks can be delayed.
Sure.
Late. There's times we haven't got paid for 3 months.
Yeah, bureaucracy is not exactly efficient.
Right? And I'll be lying to you. Like, all right, so you have kids first. Kids must eat. Right? Staff, business partner, then me. And so when you have it like that, you look at it like this. I take a step back. I'm like, okay, you can't get greedy within self. Everything works out because you can have a negative balance and still make things work. I've seen that. I don't know how I can't. This is where I said faith a lot, right? And that's the only thing I can tell you, because I can say, okay, they didn't pass for 3 months. And it's like, okay, you tell the students, listen, there's no McDonald's today. Some chicken nuggets in that freezer. Right. Make the air fryer shake. Like you got a PS5 in there, you got Netflix in there, make it shake. So we're gonna be in house this month, 3 months, and then okay, staff. I make sure, like for the staff, it's like I have a whole budget for them where it's like, okay,
sure,
I'm not touching that for like, I'll just put side checks, right, boom, boom, boom. Business partner, like, yo, man, trying to get real tight around here. Yeah. So listen, what do you need?
Yeah.
All right, here's your salary, boom, boom, boom. Me?
Yeah. You got to go it out a little bit.
And he's right, because faith. This is faith. Right. I can't describe it. It's really weird. I can't describe it. I would be lying if I say I knew an answer for you.
Sure.
I don't. It's really faith. So
what do you think about that?
Well, so it's funny you said. I was just now watching the movie Dolomite.
Sure.
And in the movie, he's on the set of that. He's making a movie, and somebody was like, "Oh, why are you like?" You the person in charge. Why are you moving boxes? He said, I don't have no ego about this. Yeah. He said, this is my business. These are my coworkers. He said, if I got to move a box, if a box got to get moved, even though I'm the boss, I'll move that box. If the crew get hungry, I'll go down there and make sandwiches if I have to. Sure. I'm not going to sit here and act like, because I'm in charge, that I'm better than anybody else, because if they got to eat, I got to eat. If I got to move, if I got to be the person that's cleaning the bathrooms while y'all are upstairs getting paid every day, then that's what I'm going to do. And I think the movie was fine. But that stuck with me because it was like, you know what? Even the person at the top needs to get down and do the work. You forget. A lot of people get on the top and they forget that you was on your knees cleaning the floors at one point. Like the people, you are not no more important than the person cleaning the floors. And so if that means that I got to get down and be cooking the chicken nuggets, if I got to be doing it, okay, we can't pay for our accountant that we have each month. I got to do the accountant. I got to go on Google and I got to figure this out because the kids got to eat. Then that's what you got to do. And I think. That's like, oh, well, that's what you're not above nobody else because your salary says this and you're the person who got to the top. You need to be working as hard as the person who's scrubbing the dang floors. And if the checks ain't coming in that month, that means the person doing the floors is you and can't get the cleaner today. So I think that's how I think about it. And I think that's essentially
I agree with that in its entirety. Part of what I'm curious here, and we're all like, we're doing nonprofit work, you're doing similar work, just with a slightly different tax designation, but it's all in the same neighborhood for sure. Is there an argument to be made? And you've said this a couple times, right? That a lot of your work is sort of, you prefer to be more behind the scenes and sort of like, when I say quiet, I mean like quiet from a public perspective and focus on the work and da-da-da. And I agree with all that. Is there an argument to be made that if you were more public, if you were a little louder, that you would be able to do more better work because of the incentives in the system and because of naturally how people would respond to that level of sort of public appearance? I'm not advocating for it, but I'm asking as a thought experiment. If we're saying that, I don't even know where you are now, but what does it look like for you to double your impact, right? And what you would consider a positive impact? Is it more kids? Is it deeper relationships with kids? Whatever that is the path to that? Is there a barrier to that path given the current state of play? Right? Because I think we're always doing that trade-off, right? And like my world is about raising money, so it's a little different. Right. But I feel that a lot of times too. That I'm like, why? I don't want to sometimes be what I think that is very important for us, for the kids, for the community to be. Right. I wonder how that hits you.
Me personally, and see, I've learned a lot. I grew up in a nonprofit family, but more so working with Her Sports, Wartime Fitness, No Ego,
shout out to them.
Legendary Sports, working with them. I'm watching them like, y'all really gotta go out there.
You gotta go out there.
Y'all gotta get it
you gotta learn how to dance.
Right.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to like grab Jessica Carter? She's moving 4,000 miles an hour.
You got
she's
to.
everywhere.
You gotta be on ESPN.
And she's incredible.
You gotta be on CNN.
Yeah. And Jess, we try to schedule a once a week phone call. That's my sister.
There's no chance you get her
once a week. There's no way.
Oh, no way. That's my sister. Like that's
ain't no way.
And see, Jess and trust me, I know why everybody else can't. It's
he said, you peasants can't.
Yeah, I know why nobody else can't. But that's why I said.
I called her and she picked up.
I know in personal meetings.
Yeah, right, right.
We have that relationship. But nonprofit, and this is why I'm so scared of nonprofit because I'm not.
Sure.
That's a whole different beast. Because it's like weird. You have, and it's sad because I said like, man, one thing I've learned living here, even not just here in Pennsylvania though. Pennsylvania was the same thing, but here it's smaller and it should be more unified. But it's like too much opposition and not enough unity.
Interesting. What do you mean by that?
So basically, like, I don't look for support. Me personally,
right?
I don't look for it. I'm like, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. It's not.
Right.
It's not.
Do you mean that like monetarily or sort of like
qualitatively?
Yeah,
because we gotta look for them.
Yeah. Well,
no, but he needs money too.
Yeah, but it's different. It is different.
Well, but this is what I've learned, right? Here, and I wrote this. I said, energy is spent fighting each other instead of building together.
Okay.
And I've learned that, and I see it where it's like, oh, so and so doing this, so and so. I'm like, I own the Art Bar. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that, but
yeah.
Shanice Bradford, she's been holding it down for me for that over there, and my great staff over there. But I watch. Man, I sit back. I don't comment. You won't see me on social. If you follow my social media, I just laugh about things.
Sure.
I'm always on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't.
You are?
Yeah, I don't really comment on things, but I watch, man, how it's like someone hosts this event, someone wants to do an event like a month before theirs. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, like duplication. He needs to duplicate.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a duplication.
Sure. It's crazy because it's like, yo, how about you together?
When you said that, I understood it.
And it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like everyone's butting heads. I'm like, okay, look, man, y'all do realize like if y'all create a coalition, y'all can get a larger sum of money.
Sure.
But I think some people are so infatuated with, I want my face here. I want my name here.
Sure.
I'm like, me personally, I don't even want to be out there, and I don't want to be out there because it's so sad. I've watched the crabs in the barrel mentality a lot, and it stinks, man. It really does. And it's like, yo, I'm looking at it, and not everybody. That's the beautiful part. But it's like, man, I had one of my friends call me yesterday. They're working so hard. And he said, why is I just want everybody to be together. I started laughing. I was like, yo, I agree. I said, but remember this. Everyone's stealing my ideas. I said, because they're not yours. they take because you shared them.
Sure.
They're not yours anymore.
Sure.
So, but don't just do what you need to do. I said, because at the end of the day, I know what you want. And this person, like one of the most optimistic people I ever met in my life.
I love optimists.
Yeah, I love them too. That's why it's a good balance because I'm a realist.
We need some optimists.
We do.
I think you're a realist. Are you an optimist?
Do you think I don't know what I you know what's funny? I think I'm a public optimist.
You're definitely a public optimist. I don't think you're naturally like, I think if we caught you off camera, I don't know. Yeah, like, I think you're closer to realist than optimist.
I'm at home like, God, if anybody know how real it is. But I'm a public optimist.
Yeah, but I think you're a realist
for
too.
Sure.
Right? Yeah.
They just said that's not how. Lie to me once, lie to me twice. Shame on you. Like, it's okay, whatever. I'm going to believe you, but I'm not going to believe you for real. But yeah. All right, but they're optimists.
And like I said, as far as like the publicity, my mentor always told me he's like, oh my goodness, his name is Robert Simpson. And Charles Sanders is my late mentor. He passed away 2 years ago, but Robert Simpson, he's a CEO of a $50 million nonprofit. Nowadays, he'll be mad if I put the numbers out there.
Sure.
He just built a museum. It's so cool. But he told me, remember, it's not you. Stop using the word I. It's us. It's the team. You got to understand, like, you're only as strong as your village.
Yeah. And
so when I see it, it was heartbreaking in the beginning. I'm like, man, just come together. But it's like, all right. And I understand it's like you put a certain amount of money in front of these 700 people, 700 profits.
We're going to start fighting for the money.
Now go. And it's sad. So I'm like, yo, you watch it. And it's like, man, and it's like, my company has survived. No, my company has, and I see it. And I'm like, dang, man, that's unfortunate. And so that's why I went the opposite route. I'm like, that's 500 people for funding for $10,000. I'm like, that's a lot of people for $10,000.
Yeah.
And you see it, and it's like, and some people are more so like, you have people who want to do events, but everyone has to survive somehow. I get it, but the way it's being done, that's the thing. And like I said, everybody has their own way of doing things. Me personally, I love behind the scenes. Like, this is like probably my first public appearances talking about this ever.
And it was on us.
Yeah,
that's what we do to people. We just drag them out of the shadows.
No, literally. Wait till the February guests get in here.
I haven't even looked that far ahead
yet. You ain't even seen them people before. I'm like, gems. We getting diamonds in the rough.
So how does the Art Bar fit into this? How does it fit into your sort of constellation of stuff?
I was confused when I read. I said Art Bar.
Well, it's funny because I read that because again I've known Megan and we've met and and so I read the stuff she sent me and I was like, oh, that's weird because I know someone with that same name, but it's surely not this.
Yeah, person. It can't be this person.
Because I didn't know. I'd never known that.
I didn't know until I read your bio, but I was like, that's crazy. Yeah. Of course we've heard of the Art Bar. I didn't know you was the owner. I was like, this is.
I set the light. I'm really like.
He's like, I'm putting it together.
But how did that? How did that happen?
It's watchmaker theory. Like you set the watch, you set it down, and you let it go. Right. Whatever happens to it.
I love the incognito theory. Yeah. Because you want the face should be the people putting in the heavy work.
Sure.
That's my theory. True. I'm like, my staff, Caitlin, Ads, Hooli, Luke, they do a great job there, and I told my staff, everybody who comes in, like, you're the owner. Just do owner things.
I love that.
I'm not, when a customer comes in, please don't introduce me as such. Did you hear?
And they're not.
We're skipping a big part of the story.
How did you get the Art Bar?
How did you even get here? Like what? Like
how did you get an Art Bar?
I agree with
we understand you're not the owner.
I agree with the theory. I love it. I'm with you.
100% equity in the staff.
Yeah, what happened?
How did you get an Art Bar?
Yeah,
Art Bar, man. Oh my goodness. So,
are you an artist? What's going on? What's happening?
No, he's an investor. He was like, Art Bar.
That's where the funny part comes in too, because we know we work with many different kids with Integrity, and so first off, 2018, I started a private company called Faith and Harmony LLC.
Okay.
That's my twins' name. When they were born, I created LLC in their names and kept it active.
Okay.
I'm like, one day y'all gonna be owners. That was my thing. Like,
yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
All right. So that was a birth gift for me. And then fast forward 2023, 2022, late 22, I got a phone call from one of our staff from Integrity, and she was like, "Hey, Marquez." I'm like, "What?" She said, "The Hive is closing." I said, "Oh, you're the person that's running up the bill at the Hive." I didn't know what the Hive was. They just come on, it's like $30, $40. I'm like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. Anyway, she changed the subject on me. She said, well, this little girl we have, and she was in foster care. She was 8 years old. She's been in 5 foster homes in the past 5 years at the time. She said, well, that's where she goes every week.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, man, that's unfortunate. She said, the Hive is closing. I'm like, oh, man, that's unfortunate. Oh, I don't understand the phone call. She was like, they're closing. That means
that is a crazy thing for somebody to call and be like, "Hey, this place we like that a couple people go to from the program is closed down," and you're like, "Oh, that's so sad."
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's not sad, right? Because I'm calling you for a check.
Long silence.
No. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
And,
like, did you hang up?
She got because she said, man, she was like, that's so-and-so's other home.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, okay. What do you want from me?
Yeah, like, right, I'm still. I know what's gonna happen, and I'm still confused.
Sure. So yeah, I went in and I asked, how can I help you guys keep it open? Yeah. And the owners was like, nah, we done. We done. We done. We did this for so many years. We're done. And I was like, all right.
Not bad, Frank.
He said, you want to buy it? I said, huh?
Yeah.
And then they told me the price. I'm like,
yeah.
Right.
Let me back to you.
And then, man, I prayed on it, and God still didn't answer that prayer. So that wasn't God neither. So everybody said it was God. Now, it wasn't God. Yeah. God didn't, he didn't tell me to go there. I'll tell everybody straight up, that was not God at all.
Sure.
But I was like, you know what? You got to think, if you have something and you can help diminish some level of trauma,
sure,
do it. Nothing's promised, and I did it. So I paid. I bought it. I bought the assets.
People love it.
I bought the and
it worked out.
I bought the assets, and that little girl, she was the first person. That was my kid's first company. It's their first legal company. My daughters are the actual owners, and that little girl had a place to go to that she was the first person to use ever. And so you walk in there, and the goal was what keeps the reason why it's still open is because I like seeing people happy.
Yeah, totally.
It's not paying me anything. It's costing me a lot. But more importantly, you watch the smiles on kids' faces when you walk in. You watch there's certain staff who are very standoffish, become social. Introverts, they're now they're making crafts, and they're made crafts before. You watch them talk to customers. You watch them lead the groups, and it's like, yo, when I met you, you had a polo on, your head down. And now you're talking to everybody. Everybody's so social, and you have kids on the spectrum that come in like, hey, one of my staff is, and he preached it. I'm like, oh, you ain't got to. Ain't supposed to be an intro. Like, I don't care about that. But he's awesome. Yeah. And he helped me with my sensory room. And you watch him talk to staff. And he was like, so you watch all this stuff. You watch people grow. So sometimes you're not investing in a business. You're investing in people. Yeah. And that's the part you got to really look at as far as, But, it's just what it is. And that's how the Art Bar was started. And right now, Shanice is the person who does a special event. So she loves it. And that's one thing that's helped her with her stuff. It's like, listen, yo, you're giving me free range? I'm like, oh, hey, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Yeah, I see a lot about it. I know Shanice runs it. So I was like, I didn't know you was the owner. But I thought she was the owner.
Yeah. And that's how, and I told her, I said, that's what
I don't even know if I thought she was the owner, but I was like, somebody owns it and she's running the event.
Somebody owns it. Somebody's in charge.
It was fun to read that. I actually thought that was, I was like, maybe. I'm going to call Shanice. She said he owned her Art Bar.
She'll tell you. She will tell you. I'll give her flowers, man. You gotta give her staff flowers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're real soldiers. You gotta treat people as you want to be treated as an employee too. That's the part where I don't let my staff call me boss. That's not a thing.
Sure.
That's not a thing. I'm not the boss. I'm a boss of a company. I'm not the boss of you. And I tell my staff that all the time. Listen, I'm a supervisor.
Right.
I supervise what y'all doing. I ain't gonna be out here wilding. Right. But so
yeah. Before we get you out of here, how do folks get in touch with you? How do they, and sort of whatever, because here's the thing, you are now a public person, unfortunately. Welcome to the world. But how do people reach out, and how do people, sort of, whether they want to get involved with Integrity? I think the Art Bar is a thing that is more of a known entity. Yeah. Certainly everybody with kids knows what's going on there, right? But in either case, what is the best way to reach out, to interact, to follow the work? So
with Integrity, we already have about 5 pro bono cases. So, but if you have a child or a parent who needs parent coaching, what you want to do is, if you have a therapist, go to them and, hey, how do I get CSA funding? If you have a child and they have issues in school and they have a social worker at school, they can go to the social worker and say, hey, I want to get with Integrity. Or if they are Region 10, they go to their case manager and say, hey, I'm good with Integrity. And I want mentoring services. And they're like, okay, contact Marquez Mitchell or Megan Argo, and they'll reach out like, hey, they say Marquez Mitchell or Megan. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, if they say, okay, we found out through Price and Marky, they're like, all right.
Yeah.
I'll like, okay, they got space for you.
Sure.
So that's how they do it. So like, you use y'all as like a reference. Like,
it's fine. It's great.
You know what I mean? So that works out where it's like, okay, because some people we're at capacity, but we always make space for kids in need. So.
Sure. And are there boundaries to that age referral type? I mean, or is it like what, like just to get very quickly for people who are listening? Like,
so for therapeutic mentoring, it's 5 to 17, through Region 10. But if you are doing wraparound services in school and you're still in school, they can still extend it while you're still in school.
Right.
And if you're a parent, we have parent coaching, which I am a qualified mental health professional, adult and child. So I'm certified through all that by the state. So. Okay.
That's great. And what are we looking at? I can read it out here. That is integritymentoringva.com. Is that the best front door?
Yeah. Or just integritymentoring@gmail.com and put inquiry or mentoring services. Okay. Because I'll see that first. Like, the ones on the website I go to like once every like 2 months.
Right.
Check because it's like our emails. Like I said, the emails is
yeah. Sure.
Everybody need help.
Sure.
We are living in a society.
Yeah. So that's
cool. That is integritymentoringva.com or integritymentoring@gmail.com. Feel good about that?
Yes, and then the Art Bar.
Yeah, what else you got to say?
Don't tell me about his Art Bar.
You were gone for a week. What else you got to fill us in on before we go?
Snowstorm.
Oh, Lord.
Rush the stores.
Stay safe.
You're going to need 20 packs of water and 20 things of toilet paper. If you don't get it today, Saturday.
This show brought to you by Harris Teeter.
You will be snowed into your house with nothing. All the stuff you got at your house now, it's not going to be any good.
Oh, God, that's terrible. Big thank you to you,
Marquez
guys. Mitchell. Appreciate it. Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Partner, back from Florida. If you have ideas for the show or want to get in contact with us, again, on social media at all platforms at United Way Cville, at City of Promise, or drop us a note, envision at unitedwaycville.org. And don't forget, that is integritymentoringva.com or integritymentoring@gmail.com. We get support on the show from our fine friends at the United Way. Shout out to their staff. And if you like what you hear, share it with friends, share it with your, I don't know, colleagues, enemies, whoever, like whatever, man, you know. We're going to start doing video. We're going to start doing video.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing video. We're going to experiment with video, so you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, soon to be YouTube and the Internet of Things. And again, if you're looking to be philanthropic this year, our lovely nonprofit City of Promise, United Way of Greater Charlottesville, and our other local spots can always use your support to do our work. Again, for Marquez, for the one and only, the one to watch, Marky Smith. This is Price. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Thank you, guys.